Hi guys! So I am going to do this video and show you how to do the second fermentation process when you're making kombucha. This is the point in which you're going to flavor it. So you have had your first fermentation, your kombucha, which is in your large party entertainer that has been sitting in a dark, undisturbed place for about a week, maybe 10 days even. First, what you want to do is sample it. You should have started sampling it at about day 5. It should taste a little bit tangy, but not like vinegar. If there's still sweetness to it, you probably need to let it ferment for another day or 2. In the winter, when your house temperatures are colder, it will take you longer for the first fermentation, but when it's summertime, it will go much faster because your house is warmer. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And if you notice, right up here on top, I have another SCOBY that is really small. I don't know if you can see it. It's starting to form because when you make kombucha, SCOBYs make SCOBYs. So always start with a clean set of hands. See, this is the one that started to form. That's the new one. And this one is the one that we started off with. And I'm just going to set those to the side, and I will use those to start a new batch of kombucha. Now, when you do the second batch, what you are going to want is your funnel filter. You can flavor directly into your brew and serve bottles. I go for the mason jars. It's easy, it's fast, and it's got such a good seal. I tend to use my brew and serve bottles when I'm done and I want to store it in the fridge and drink from it. So I'm going to put my funnel right on top. And you could use your spout at the bottom, but I'm someone who likes to go a little bit faster than that. The reason I'm using the funnel here is because when you ferment, you are going to get some little SCOBY floaties, which are healthy. They are full of nutrients and probiotics and enzymes, but I don't like to drink them. A lot of people do because of all the health benefits. I'm just not one of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and do one more because I want to show you a couple different ways that you can flavor it. Now, if you're going to make your next batch of kombucha right after this, you'll always want to take 1 cup out of this kombucha, and it will be your starter fluid for your next batch. Okay, slight mess everywhere. Now remember, you have live bacteria in here and they need to be fed. So just like you would for yogurt or sourdough, you're going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of organic sugar per cup. So because this is a quart jar, that means I'm going to put 4 teaspoons in. And I'm using the green kombucha when I flavor this time, but you can do this same process whether it's a black base or a green base. Okay, you can see it's already starting to fizz a little bit. That's because of those natural bacteria in there. Now when you flavor it, you can flavor it however you want, and that's the really fun part. I love to put fresh fruit in it. The fresh fruit is so refreshing. Such a good, wonderful flavor. But you can also add your fruit teas and other teas or do a combination, which is what I'm going to do. So one of my favorite things to flavor with is strawberries and orange. So I'm just going to put some fruit right over here. Okay, so I'm going to throw some strawberries in. This one. And then I've got an orange, I've got some wedges there. I'm going to throw some of those in. But you know what else I want to add to that? I'm going to add some of the peachy keen fruit tea also. And you can do that. Mix, match, there's no rules. Kombucha, oh my goodness, it smells so good. Kombucha is incredibly forgiving. And there's no exact measurements. So I usually will take whatever fruit I have left over in the fridge, what my kids didn't finish at breakfast, anything like that. You know what, I'm going to show you this before I close it. So, and then the next one, I'm going to put in some frozen blueberries. No measurements. You don't need them. It's really good if you do frozen blueberries and peppermint, the peppy peppermint tea. but I'm gonna do the La La Lavender. So it'll have lavender and chamomile and blueberries. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Okay, so let me show you up close what that's gonna look like. Right there. Doesn't that look incredible? So now all I need to do is put the lid on. With the second fermentation process, you want an airtight seal because those little bacteria and yeast that are in there are going to eat that sugar up. They're going to create all those probiotics through an enzymatic process, and during that process release gas bubbles. Well, when you are fermenting it the first time, you want that air to circulate because it's healthy for the SCOBY. But this is a much shorter fermentation, and I want to trap those gas bubbles so I have a fizzy carbonated drink. Now this is going to sit on my counter or in a pantry or in a cupboard. If you have it on your counter, you can just cover it with a cloth for about 2 or 3 days. Taste it. If it's the flavor you like, then you will be able to take the fruit out and put it in your brew and serve bottle. In a couple of days when these are ready, I'm going to make the next video and show you that. Have a wonderful day experimenting and playing with flavors. Bye. Oh,